Could you survive after killing someone in prehistoric times? You stand over a body that was alive. A few seconds ago, your stone weapon is still in your hand. Blood is spreading into the dirt, and every person in the camp is staring at you. There are no police, no prison, no written law. So you might think you are free. You are not. For most of prehistory, survival depended on a small circle of people who found food with you. You protected you while you slept and cared for you when you were injured. Killing one of them would not simply remove a person. It could tear apart the system keeping everyone alive. The oldest, strong evidence of one person deliberately killing another may come from Sima de los Huesos, a cave site in northern Spain. There, researchers reconstructed a roughly 430,000-year-old skull known as Cranium 17. Nohemi Sala and her colleagues identified two similar fractures above its left eye, both made around the time of death. The position and shape of the wounds suggest that someone struck the victim more than once with the same blunt object. This was probably not a hunting accident. It looks like intentional violence. But the bones cannot tell you what happened next. Did the killer confess? Did the group take revenge? Did everyone pretend it was an accident? To answer that, researchers study mobile foraging societies while carefully remembering that they are not perfect. Copies of prehistoric communities. Their lives can still reveal what happens when survival depends on cooperation, reputation, and close personal relationships rather than police or courts. Douglas Fry and Patrik Söderberg examined lethal violence, recorded across 21 mobile forager societies. Most killings in their sample were not organized wars between armies. They grew from personal conflicts, family disputes, revenge, jealousy, or individual confrontations. That means your prehistoric killing would probably not happen during an epic battle. It might begin with an insult, a stolen partner, an argument over food, or a feud that had been growing for years. Now imagine the minutes after the attack. The victim's relatives move toward you. Your relatives move between you and them. Someone grabs your weapon. An elder begins shouting, not because that elder has official authority, but because another blow could divide the entire camp. Your first chance of survival depends on one question. Was the killing considered justified? If the victim attacked you first, repeatedly threatened others, or had become dangerously violent, some people might defend you. Your relatives could tell the group that you acted to protect yourself. Witnesses would matter. Your history would matter. The victim's history would matter. But if you killed a respected hunter during a minor argument, the camp would see something different. You would not look powerful. You would look unpredictable. And an unpredictable person is dangerous when everyone sleeps close together. You could be beaten or killed immediately. Yet instant execution would not be the only possible response. Your group might first pressure you to leave. That sounds merciful, until you remember what exile actually means. You walk away without reliable companions. You must find water alone. You must carry everything alone. You must watch for predators while sleeping. If you break a leg, develop an infection, or fail to find food, nobody comes for you. The wilderness is dangerous. Isolation is worse. Joining another group would also be difficult. Prehistoric communities were not random collections of strangers. People were connected by relatives, partnerships, exchanges, and years of shared experience. A new camp might accept a visitor, a marriage partner, or a useful hunter. But would it accept someone accused of killing a companion? Your reputation could arrive before you did. News did not need writing to travel. People met neighboring groups, exchanged goods, visited relatives, arranged partnerships, and told stories. A killing could become part of your identity. You would not be the stranger with a spear. You would be the stranger whose camp no longer wanted him. Anthropologist Polly Wiessner's research among the Jew Hoansi showed how conversation, criticism, and gossip could help enforce social expectations without a centralized government. Ridicule and public discussion could damage someone's standing long before physical punishment became necessary. Gossip was imperfect and could be unfair, but it gave a community a way to warn others and coordinate its response to dangerous behavior. That creates a counterintuitive truth. Your best weapon after a killing would not be your spear. It would be your relationships. A feared killer with no allies could disappear quickly. A killer with powerful relatives might survive because punishing you could trigger another death. Your family might offer food, tools, marriage arrangements, or some other form of compensation to calm the victim's relatives. You might be forced to remain distant for a time. You might live under constant suspicion, but every solution would carry a risk. If the victim's brother accepted compensation, another relative might reject it. If your family protected you, the conflict could spread between households. One death could produce revenge, then revenge for the revenge, until nobody remembered the original argument clearly. That is why a small community had strong reasons to stop a feud early. Losing several adults could mean fewer hunters, fewer caregivers, and fewer defenders. Justice was not only about morality, it was about preventing one violent moment from destroying the group's ability to survive. So could you survive after killing someone in prehistoric times? Possibly. You would have the best chance if the killing was seen as self-defense, if reliable witnesses supported you, and if your relatives were willing to protect you. You might survive through negotiation, compensation, temporary separation, or by joining distant allies. But surviving the first night would not mean escaping the consequences. Every shared meal would feel different. Every argument would make people watch your hands. Parents might pull children away from you. Hunters might refuse to walk ahead of you. During the night, you might sleep lightly, wondering whether the victim's relatives had truly forgiven you. There were no police, no prison, no written law, but there were memories, alliances, fear, and revenge. You began standing over a body, thinking nothing could stop you. Now the entire human world you depend on is staring back.